Okay, the first group we put together was the Soul Brothers.
Calm down. Calm the hell down.
Okay.
This is the bands of Central Pennsylvania, and this is Frank Shaffner.
Or what's left of them.
What's left of them, yes. So,
It's
we want to know, what we want to know from Frank is how this all got started. So.
Well, I played saxophone since 1959 in pickup groups. And then they said, you know, we got enough horn players. So I said, okay, I'll get an organ. I played a little keyboard. And that's when I got my first keyboard. And interesting thought, it was a Hammond organ. And I've always wanted a Hammond organ. And my father said, over my dead body.
And then what happened?
He died.
There you go.
And then I got, with this insurance money, I got $1,000.
Jesus Christ.
No, this is the truth.
What year was that?
That was 1967 or 6.
Yeah, but you're ahead of yourself. You started before that.
Yeah, well, I never played in a band. They were just pickups.
Okay.
It was like a jazz band with the sax and all that. But when I got the keyboard, I got a Hammond organ. And then we picked up these guys from, one was on Park Street, that was Jim Chris. And he knew somebody, and the other guy knew somebody, and just put the group together.
The group.
Yeah, the Soul Brothers.
Soul Brothers, okay. And that was what year?
1967, how's that?
Okay, well, I'll believe you.
I
there.
gotta believe it.
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
We did local, you know, down to Legion and that kind of stuff. Up at the Rich Center, Mr. Richardson, up on 6th Street.
So who was in that band again?
Okay, Roger Andrews. Tony Ryder was playing guitar at that time. And he switched to bass. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, Rick Beard, I was talking to him. We just can't get it all together as to when this happened, why it happened. It's too much time elapsed.
Yeah.
It all runs together after a while.
Yeah.
And that turned into the Soulville All-Stars.
Was Kirk in that first band?
Kirk was played in the Soulville All-Stars. He played trombone.
Oh.
Then he wanted to play drums, and so he left. And then he got together with Greg Johnson and Malfair and those guys and Phil Coombs. And they had put together the Hydraulic Peach. Remember that one?
Yeah, but that's like late 60s, right?
Is it? Probably, yeah. See, that was the thing. There was a phase thing going on where they were going from soul music to hot towns, Summer in the City, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it all changed. And we were playing in Reading at this club, and I walked out during the break. There was nobody there. Nobody there. And this was a nobody. And up the street there was a carnival and a fair, and there was a group playing. And a group was playing Hot Times, Summer in the City, and I thought, you know, it's over. This genre is over.
The soul.
The soul. And then we got to, what the hell? That was Life, I think it was called. And we changed our clothes and the whole deal. And it was really funny. We played the Syrian Mosque in Pittsburgh. And when we were first hired, this was in the summer.
Syrian
Mosque. I think it's in Pittsburgh.
How did you get a job there?
I don't know.
Would you have a manager?
Well, it was a friend of Kurt's from high school. He went to college there, and he said, "Hey, I want you guys to play it." It was a show with the Madmen. They were headliners.
Oh, okay.
And we were the not so headliners.
Then this is the Soulville All-Stars.
Yeah, we had a record out. And you know, then it used to be tuxedos and the shirt and tie, and then we changed because Sly and the Family Stone. And we were wearing bell bottoms and the flowered shirts and all this. And the guy had hired us said, you know, you weren't the guys that we hired because now that the clothes have changed and everything, and well, time moves on. It was that fast. Yeah. And the music was different.
Yeah.
As it always is.
So Soulville All-Stars turned into Life.
Life. And, God damn it.
So we have a picture of that van right out in front of this house.
You do.
taped over Soulville All Stars is Life.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm glad you remember that.
Well, no, you had it on your slides.
Oh, okay. Well,
I wouldn't
slides
know.
don't lie, guy.
Yeah, slides don't lie.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
another thing. I'm going back through all this stuff, looking at some of these pictures, and when the hell was this?
Yeah.
You know, it just,
Well,
it all runs together.
so
And I'm not
were you
going
in Life?
senile, huh?
Were you in Life?
Yeah, I was in Life.
So it went from Soulville to Life.
Life, and we got different people. Hold on, I'm going to drift over here.
He's drifting. It's a video.
That was this right
Let me see
here.
if I can rotate this.
Joey Pictionary, that's me. McEnany, Roger Enders, Kathy, who's and Gene Procopio right there, and that was the new setup. And then
But Gene didn't. When did Gene start playing?
he
Drum.
played drums for us.
Yeah, but when did he start?
I'm guessing 70. This is tough on me.
Come on back.
72, 73.
It's a video.
And it was, you know, they were pickup bands. They
Yeah, but
came, they went.
let's get back to Life.
Life.
Life ended when? What is it good for? Life ended when? What was the next band after Life?
Oh, God. This is tough.
Yeah. It is.
Less.
Well, if you knew when Life ended, you would know when the next band was.
You would think.
Yeah, you would think.
I guess we called it Life for a while, and I don't know when it transition was.
Need some help.
Need some help. Phone in your help questions right now. See, this helps me jog my memory because, you know,
All right. When did Shanghai start
Shanghai started in 72
for you?
for me. That's when Danny Stuber was playing, and he didn't like carrying around the baby grand piano. That got old.
It got old real quick.
Yeah.
Especially when we dropped it off
Dropped-
the truck.
Who was it said back, and he says, the only time I saw Danny mad is when they dropped his concert grand piano.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a way the roadies took that off the hydraulic lift. Was that two of the legs were on the lift and one guy would hold the third leg out front and then they'd let it down. Well, I think it was raining that night and it slipped. Yeah, that was a bad one. And he left the band. But when were you in the band? You came in after Danny?
Around, yeah, 72, and that lasted until it kind of like folded up.
70.
Yeah, Joe quit,
75.
and then this and that and the other thing.
Well, I left in 74 and Dean came on.
Right.
And I don't know what happened after that. I was out in Allentown.
He was in Allentown, I was
Allentown.
still here.
Yeah. So was it Life and then Shanghai for you, or was
Yeah.
there something in there?
Yeah, okay, Shanghai. Listen to the old fool, he's babbling. He's babbling, I tell you.
Wing broke. All right. So then Shanghai, then that was over.
And then it was Life, I think it was Life. Or no, that was before.
Tape 3.
This is terrible.
So was it Pikers?
The Pikers didn't come along, and that was about the time of Coventry.
Okay. Yeah.
And because Piker was running sound at the time, and we asked him, you know, would you do our sound? And that was the Pikers. And before that, it was like with Scott Ramsey and the other one, I don't know what we called it. It was like a...
I think it was 76 or 75. Coventry came out to the farm in Perkiomen.
Right. I've got some pictures of that too,
and
somewhere.
We have to check that out, but that was in the backyard because I remember Piker was running sound for Coventry, and so it probably is Pikers right after Shanghai.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because I was, what was the name of that group? Scott Ramsey, Jim Gates, help me.
Help him out.
Help me, Jesus. But basically that was, and then I went to the Pikers, and then the Pikers folded up, and
Grand Slam's in there somewhere.
Grand Slam was next. It was with Sean. I should have wrote this down.
You should have wrote this down.
I should have wrote this down. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm 75 years old.
Hey, when was your birthday?
It's coming up.
Oh, it's coming up.
March 29th.
March 29th.
I was born March 29th, 1945. Yeah, whew. You know, the Second World War was still going on then.
Wow.
In the Pacific, it was raging. And it didn't end until August when they dropped the bomb. And that took the wind out of the Japanese sail.
Mm-hmm.
So they folded up, broke camp.
My dad was out in the Pacific repairing airplanes. So that's what he was doing. So Pikers, who was in the Pikers?
Sean, Shay, his brother, Kurt Hassinger, Darrell Beam came in playing guitar, and I was playing keyboards. Who else was in there? I think that's about it.
And then they evolved.
Shay was playing bass.
That evolved into Grand Slam.
That involved in the Grand Slam because there was a little conflict there.
And what year did you think that was, Grand Slam? Because I remember you guys coming out
It's
to
terrible.
tap a keg of beer at Muhlenberg
Right,
College
right,
when I made
right.
a recording of you guys. So that was.
I think Barry Idle was
78?
playing guitar. Okay, 78.
Was that 78? Something like that? Who knows? You don't, and you lived it.
Well, you know, how many bands have I been in? How
Well,
many
that's the point of this. How many bands have you been in?
I don't know.
Countless.
I'd have to go through my old pictures, and
All right.
the other day I found a stack of checks when we bought the PA in Grand Slam, which we spent a hell of a lot of money on.
The brand new PA?
Biff Smith built the thing.
Biff built.
Biff Smith built the
From
cabinet.
Coventry.
Coventry.
Yeah. He built the cabinets.
He built the
Well,
cabinets.
who built those cabinets?
I did.
Okay. you built
Actually, we used to call those the refrigerator cabinets because there was another 15 in here, and it stood about that
them.
tall.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think kicks ass.
Does this still work?
Oh, you bet it does. With that Crown amplifier, I got a couple Crowns.
He's got crowns, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
ended up with
Oh, my
4
God.
Crown amplifiers.
We're evolving away from the.
Yeah, we're moving.
We're moving.
We're moving.
Let's move. We can't shoot towards the windows because we get. We'll just let this roll. We can cut it later. Okay, there we go. Now this is the shit. This is the shit. Why don't you give everybody a tour of the. You know what? I think I'm gonna. Let me just.
Well, a lot of this stuff I got from Gift Horse Studio. Mr. Howard. Richard Howard. This is board. I bought the board and I bought the recorder from him for $5,000. And a lot of this stuff, people give me stuff. Like that recorder. These computers people give me.
And you fix it and it all works.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can fix this crap.
That's the thing. Can't fix that.
Because, well,
works?
you never know.
Yeah. Need parts.
I turned it on. Most of the programs work. It's got some great stuff on it, but I just haven't got to it due to the fact that I got a house that's falling apart. I got windows to replace. I got
You should move.
no. This house is paid for.
Yeah.
My whole life is in here. We moved here in 1962,
Wow.
and we lived at the Thornwood Apartments for 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
What'd your dad do?
He was the assistant administrator of the Polyclinic Hospital.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, big
That's
shot,
right.
eh?
Yeah. Yeah. And he died what year?
1965. And he was 65. He was born in 1899.
Wow.
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 Yeah, we have lineage that goes back to the Civil War.
Well, I
My
think we all
grandfather
have
was a sergeant on our side in the Civil War.
our side meaning north.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And he was apparently he was up there because he had a horse, he had a mount, he had a saddle, he had a sword with a scabbard on it, and a pistole.
Do you have pictures of all that? You know, all your problems would go away if you burnt this house down. They would all go away.
Don't say that.
Oh my God, man.
No, I still play. I still use this. I'm not playing out. I got the crap of it. That's when I quit. When I was with Chuck Stay and those guys in Joust or whatever the hell they called it at that time.
Yeah.
And they were driving around going to Lidditz and New Holland and places. I was in my 50s. I just turned 55, 56, and I didn't like the driving. Just enough. And that's when I just decided to record my own music. And
Yeah.
what else we got here?
I don't know.
There's the radio station. Remember the Great No, you know.
I remember seeing that.
And also, here are my FCC citations. I've been busted. Well, I was never really busted, but the FCC came here four times.
Yeah.
I had my, as you can see on this one, I had my phone license that I got. They took it away for 6 months because I was a bad boy, and it was a second offense.
Bad boy.
Bad boy. First offense in Pembroke, second offense was down here. These are FM stations that I just put on there. And that's David C. Dombowski. He's the FCC in charge. Charge d'affaires.
Wow.
So he's even visited me.
A lot of history in this room.
A lot of history, including history. Well, that's what I tried to do. These are old music sheets that come from a friend of Marla's who she did cleaning for, had all this sheet music. And I said, well, hell, I'll use it as posters. I collect old-time radios, no shit.
No shit, Frank.
1939, I think that was a TRK5. It was one of the original televisions. That's Smithsonian. So if it's in there, it's probably worth something. That's the MASH radio. Remember the MASH radio?
Yeah.
It was sitting there in the, was it Potter's office? I don't know. This is another radio, the same genre.
It's in the dark.
It's in the dark,
There
yeah,
it is.
well.
Okay.
And I got another one downstairs, which in the same style that I want to get running.
Is that your first sax?
No, I sold my first sax to get my, as a down payment on my L100 Hammond organ.
Oh.
Now these people just got rid of them. Well, actually, I paid $100 for it. That's a C Melody sax I got from, I don't know who I got that from. I think I paid $75. But this is my latest one. This is a Steffenhauser. It actually works.
Wow.
Yeah.
Danny Stoner would like that.
No, Danny's got a Selmer. I paid almost $800 for this because anything else is junk. And that's an intermediate one. Oh, back to the-
Do it later.
This I found in the trash, the bottom keys are missing. Somebody dropped it. They were going to throw it out. No, actually, the saxophone was the first instrument that I actually took lessons for and learned how to read music.
Yeah.
For what that was worth.
Well, you got a lot of mics laying around there.
Yeah, I do have
Right. Lots of mics.
lots of mics.
Right.
That's a 75A4 Collins communication receiver.
It's a paperweight.
That works. Well, it needs work.
Only when it's turned on.
Let's turn on. Easier.
Wow.
This is the Elvis mic,
The elder
55S. This is the 55, which is the Bing Crosby mic.
Blah, blah, blah. Wow. They still work.
And this goes back into the 30s. But people give me these things.
Gimme.
Gimme. If nobody else wants it, well, it would end up in the trash. And my trip when I was 10 years old to New York City, and we went to the USA Soviet Exposition. Walked in there and they had that Sputnik hanging up.
Wow.
And you could catch Cary Grant. Radio City Music Hall.
So let me ask you this.
All right.
What was your favorite band that you were in? I think you're sitting down now. It's okay.
What is my favorite?
What was your favorite band?
What was your favorite band?
My favorite band. I was in 3 bands, but 2 of them very short-lived.
Actually, I like playing, so all of them were, really.
Yeah.
They're my favorite. Most successful, I guess, is the Soul Brothers
Yeah.
or the Soulville All-Stars because we got the recording contract. And then there was Shanghai, which is probably the one I had the most fun in.
Yeah, we were pretty fun. I always thought that we were into it. When we weren't
Well, that was
when
it.
we weren't playing, we were practicing. We practiced all the time. You know, and that's what made us good. Musician-wise, we were good. We were weak on the vocal side, but we were okay. We did all right.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
No.
It really wasn't.
It was what it was, and then we got into that makeup thing, and
Well,
the
yeah, I know.
writing came on the wall when the Kiss thing came back, and you got to paint your face and wear high-heeled boots and stuff. And I went, I don't think this is for me. Let's get married and get out of town.
No, I never really got into the makeup stuff.
No.
They call it the glam bands, like.
I'm glad I got out when I did, though, because after that it became hair bands, and after that it became rap music, and
Well, like Johnny Winters, and they only come out at night, and then Hall & Oates, they went into that. Come on, guys, don't do that.
yeah.
Come on.
Oh well. Let's take a break.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.